so no time to be nervous. Yeep! Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie. And this is Some of Steve, part-time jobs. He's ink complete. I challenged myself to create a realistic portrait using a ballpoint pen, and it's taken me over 20 hours so far. So thank you for joining me for the finale of this massive noggin. I promise to finish him in this video. Even though finished could mean ruined, because I may try something stupid. I mean, unconventional. Last video, I asked you all if I should break a pen open and use the ink that way to finish Steve, and your opinions were mixed. So I still don't know if I should go crazy experimental or stick to impressively structured. I think continuing to work on Steve's noodle will help me noodle on that. Since I'm drawing Steve Jobs, I figured reading his biography would help me execute the art better, and that is me subtly signaling to you that I'm a smart person that reads books. Except I didn't actually read it. It was read to me because I listened to the audiobook, so I guess I'm not smart. Or I'm smart, but in a different way, right? There are different ways to be smart and stupid. It's not that you're one or the other. I'm smart when it comes to directing myself toward a goal and achieving it. I'm extremely stupid when it comes to delegating to other people toward a goal. That's a part of why I wanted to read about Steve. He built one of the largest companies on the planet with lots of people, something that feels absolutely impossible to me because I'm a certain type of dumb. There's this thing that happens with this pen that was not made for art, where it gets all gloopy. And so I occasionally, look at all that, have to go in and get the gloop off. And if you don't do it in time, the gloops get on your art. And I was trying to erase one that was exceptionally bad. The eraser just made this section look like a different hue. I'll try this experiment to try and bring it back to white. Yeah, I think this is working. Thank goodness I got really thick paper. Now I gotta work the correct blue back in. Cover up my problems. What I really learned from Steve's biography is that he's not a god or an absolute jerk. There are people that hold him up as a genius, saying that he could do no wrong, and people that bring him down, saying he was mean, manipulative, immature, and lots more unpleasant things. Depending upon who you talk to, Steve sucked or Steve rocked. That was a 12-hour day. I can't believe that I did all of that. But that's neither ear nor hair. I still have not decided about the busting. I'm gonna sleep and we'll see tomorrow. I've decided the smartest move would be to break open a pen and experiment separately from this to see what working with the ink is like and if it will make the drawing suck more or suck less. That should help me decide before I go turning this into a hack jobs. Show my ink competence. I kept saying break this open because I was unaware you can just pull the cartridge out. Huh. It's so easy. Okay, we're in. Let me just pull it out the front now. I imagine this is going to be very messy. I don't know what oil-based ink does to ceramic, but I bafflingly don't have any plastic plates. It's fine, Christine's at work. By the way, I always mismatch my gloves because I mismatch my shoes. And I always put blue on the right because vert in Italian is blue, and that's close to right, and it helps me remember. Is it Italian? I think, no wait, that's French. Actually, vert in French means green. Anyway, anybody else have trouble with left and right? Just me? Okay. I want to blame the fact that I used to teach dance to little kids, and you have to mirror them when you say right, you mean left, and it's not because I'm stupid. Anyway, I digress. I guess I'm going vertical on this surgery. Whoa. It's like blue blood. Rip this part out. Whoop! Okay. Cool. Yes, yes, yes. Hooray! It came out in way more of a pile than I expected. That is basically all of it. It's so gooey. You know, it'd be really convenient if someone invented a ball spinning device to deposit this in a straight line. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll just... Whoa! Cool! Does it go all the way through? It's a little soaked through, but this paper is thinner than the one that I'm using for Steve. I guess if I can lay it on evenly, that does look awesome. It's just so smooth. Wow, that is fun. Ah, man, it is just so thick and deep and even and awesome looking. And his black sweater would look really cool with this technique. If I don't screw up the parts that aren't fully black, it's gonna be really hard, and I still don't know. What I'm worried about is how the two techniques are gonna integrate, because this is very clearly drawn and this is very clearly untextured, so Let's see if I can get them to play well together. Yeah, this is not putting the great in integrate. There's a very clear line between the ink gobs and the ballpoint lines. Let's see if I put more ink back on top. That's looking a little bit more like they're working together. Now I am thinking it's possible to get it to work and even look better than this, but I don't really know. And also, this is working. I'm still so torn. Like a piece of paper. It's stupid I'm just sitting here and not arting, so I'm gonna keep thinking about it while I continue to art. It isn't that sometimes Steve sucked and sometimes Steve rocked. It's that he was extremely complex and nuanced. He can't be boiled down to black and white, which is funny that I'm trying to communicate Steve in blue and white. You know what? No. Thinking is also art, so before I go any further on this, I'm gonna let myself think. Okay, I need to finish this drawing. I can't leave it in this state much longer because he's looking a little too much like Charlie Chaplin, if you know what I mean. And I have decided I'm going to incorporate the different technique because there are ballpoint artists out there that do this kind of thing. It's been done where they create portraits with just the pen strokes. And we've established that I could probably do it just like them, but I don't want to be like somebody else, and I don't want to do something that's been done. I want to think different. I want to ink different. Also, it will be more challenging at this point, and I think that I can get a richer, deeper tone with this, so no time to be nervous. Yeep! Okay, we are making a sweater, and my mom would be so proud. Checking the back to make sure it's not bleeding. Good, yeah, we're good. But it's not just that Steve is extremely complex and nuanced, so are you. So is everyone. We are all three-dimensional characters. How we interpret the world and the way we act is complicated. Understanding a person takes depth and often requires holding multiple conflicting ideas as true. Oh, that's cool. As a kid, I used to think if I got trapped on a desert island with anyone, I would immediately become friends with them. I thought we are all basically the same. I'm a human, I have the human experience, so does everyone else. So if we were forced to interact, we'd see that we're both the same and agree with each other. Besties! Whoa, this is crazy. I have completely emptied a pen the traditional way. That many lines took that much ink, and that much ink took 5 pens. Oh my goodness, I am so glad I did that. The ink makes it seem like you can almost feel the luscious soft cloth. As I get older, I've changed how I feel about the desert island. I mean, I still think we would be besties, but man, people are all so different and the human experience is incredibly varied. Oh, hello, Braxton. Are you coming to bug me because it's dinner time? You know, we are 45 hours into this drawing and I could have drawn, I don't know, at least 3 Braxtons by now. If you did not see that video, yes, I made an artwork of this masterpiece right here. Braxton has been my muse for 3 artworks now and he has to stick around because I need him. You, sir, have to stay healthy. That's why I'm pumped to be partnering with Mave for this video. It's the first and only human-grade, protein-rich, raw food for dogs made with real ingredients. Oh, did you come in here because you heard something? Is that good? Yes. Look at this. You could just look at it and see what you're giving your dog. I can name these ingredients, which is the exact opposite of kibble. Also, it's protein rich, which me as a fitness channel host is very stoked my dog has gains. There are no fillers, no additives. I don't want that stuff for myself, and I realized I don't want that for Braxton either. And if I can give him all of this goodness without the prep or mess, that is awesome because we all know I'm very good at mess making. Also, we all know that I may be a little anxious, and so is Braxton, according to his vet and how he acts a lot of the time. And so that's why I love that Mave has anxiety and calming supplement bars, which a company is thinking about my dog's happiness. How cool. Also, he loves them. You gently take it from me like you do. Yes, you love it. Look at us, we're so less stressed. You gonna save some for me? That actually smells really good. Speaking of less stressed, they deliver right to me so I can focus on getting back to arting, which I should go, be penning right now. After I make a dog pen pun. If you want to try Mave for your pup, use my link in the description. I also learned that even dogs are very different. I had a dog growing up and he was, what I thought, very dog-like. He would joyously jump and slobber on any person. He would eat anything and everything. He would eat it as fast as possible as though someone was going to take it away from him. I thought that's just what dogs are. But Braxton does none of those things. He's a picky eater. Even if he's eating something that he likes, he'll go slowly. He's selective on who gets licks. It took meeting the complex boy that is Braxton for me to realize that all dogs are not the same. I can't believe I got through all of that today. I bet if Steve were still alive, he would give me a big hand. This is crazy. So that is a brand new pen, and this is the pen that was brand new yesterday. So independent of breaking open the cartridges and using that weird technique, I still, to integrate the drawing, drew that much ink from this pen in one day. And now, it looks like this section of his face just disappeared. I keep putting this part off because it's gonna be the hardest. He has these white hairs and I can't draw in white. I have to leave them white and somehow draw the shadows around it. And that's going to be really hard and I'm scared. But the only thing we have to fear is beard itself. Okay, I'm getting beard up to do this. I have beard my schedule to get this done. Okay, now I'm just stalling. I stalled some more and brought Steve inside. It is so hot in my workshop and I am done getting eaten by bugs, as you saw in the previous episode. I think about this just in the comparison of introverts and extroverts. This may surprise you, but I feel I'm pretty introverted. And when I see a true extrovert, I'm like, wow, we are different species. Oh, hello.
Hi.
You can't be mad. This is just a pen that would be in a household that's normal.
I don't mind that. This is in a corner and tucked away.
Okay. If you remember my skeleton ghost named Steve, this is not the worst Steve I brought into the house.
It looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's super realistic. Like, I feel like I can feel his shirt.
I feel like it looks like velvet. Don't you have an aversion to velvet?
Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
I don't want to touch it.
I don't want to touch it!
I don't want to touch that ever. I hate this feeling.
You gonna touch it?
No, absolutely not.
I already have the goosebumps because it's disgusting.
And his hair. It's very textured.
It's working? That's awesome. I know, this is a different technique and I wasn't sure about it. I mean, Christine and I standing next to each other are a testament to how different humans turn out. And demographically, we should be grouped into being the same person. White, 5'3" women that grew up on the East Coast in the United States of America. But my goodness, we did not turn out the same. Now I'm gonna try and add more skin texture without ruining it. Also, it's really cool that my camera keeps focusing on him and not me. I've been struggling with this the whole time, which means I've fooled technology into thinking that that's a realistic face. The more I think about it, the more I believe it's a miracle that any humans have any similarities at all. There are so many variables to change what a person becomes. Your DNA, your environment, every little thing that happens to you along the way, every different possible chemical combination going on in your brain and the rest of your body. How the heck are we even able to relate to each other at all? Our human experience is so varied. I have been drawing so long. If you asked me to assess how this looked, I would draw a blank. Not blanking on the puns, though. This is one of those things where I could potentially work on it for one full forever. But I need to see it with fresh eyes in the morning. I'm just hoping I can hold myself back from the forever working on it in the morning. Good morning! I am quite surprised at how quite finished this feels. Except I'm still going to spend a bunch of time removing all of the little accidental gloops from the pen, even though no one can see them unless I pull out my super magnifying lens. But we always want the highest execution of emptying 10 pens onto a piece of paper. So then what I find really remarkable is when you can truly connect with someone. All the variables that went into making you and making me make it quite improbable that you and I would relate to each other. You are probably so different than me in so many ways. And now, the final step. And yet, despite your nuance and complexity, we do relate to each other. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made it this far in the video. And I am in awe that we could share the human experience together, as improbable as that is. Wow. I really did surprise myself with this one. I can't believe after all of that time, it is done. And it is done and it looks like this. I spent 2 whole videos, 10 days of my life, over 60 hours of drawing, just so I could ask you, did I do a good job? If you like this, you'll like seeing when I created that huge drawing of Braxton. I'll put that down there for you.
I'm gonna cry.
Hey Best Ballet, I'm Allie, and in just a few days, it will be my girlfriend Christine and my 6-year dating anniversary. This is a big deal, and I need to do something big for her. So I'm gonna transform this big canvas to a portrait of the biggest love of her life. No, not me, Braxton. Yes, are you most loved and I'm second? That's fine.